Good morning. Welcome to my world. It's Friday, June 11th, 2025. I'm at a loss for words today. This is my last video. People have spoken, and they don't want me. No more social media. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Because no one in my reality talks about the stuff that I share. So what I shared was my way to disassociate my mind from my reality and capture synchronicity and codes, and it's only in my head. The whole thing is in my head. So I have to either decide to be alone and continue doing this with no one acknowledging it, or I give it up and live my life. I live whatever life this is. This isn't my life. When you're with somebody, that somebody is supposed to support you and love you unconditionally and be there for you. Fortunately, it's not the people I choose. Do you ever wish that people could surprise you and just become the person that you'd hope they'd be, or that they say that they're going to be and never become? I'm 52 years old. I have CRPS. I'm disabled. I've been disabled since 2012. In 2015, I went on medical marijuana and changed my life. I came off all pharmaceuticals. All I take is this. The man that I once was, a pharmaceutical sales rep, has died. Born again into what you see today. That man had a family. That man had a life. I'm the only one in my family left in the Harris side. My dad was an only child. I have one brother, younger than me. A half brother that's not even half. Harris side came from England, came from Ireland, came from France. Harris name royalty. I've been told I'm not. I've been told that everything that I've shown in the Atlantic genealogy about the Harris name, Earl Edward Harris, 1780. No one believes. It sucks growing up in a family that you was already excluded and never part of it for Christmas or holidays and your birthday. It sucks. Having a family, creating a family, and then that family leaving. I don't know what the purpose of life is anymore. I feel like I'm in solitary confinement, isolation, making a video diary like the Avatar movie, except I live in this world. And this world doesn't like me. I could talk about a bunch of stuff, but what's the point? What's the point about talking about stuff and no one, you're just talking to yourself? Got all this information in my head. 7:49 acts on the clock right now. See, the Bible is a code, and it's a time code. That's what time is. That's why all the verses are numbered individually. They correlate to a time. It's 24 hours in a day. 12-hour clocks, 24-hour clocks. You can look at a time, whatever time it is, military time, regular time, European time, whatever time you are. You look at your clock. I don't know what time it is right now. On the clock, it's 8:33, so you type in, if it was 8:33 in the morning, you type in 8:33 NIV, hit go on Google. The reason I use NIV was the first one I found, and I'm born in 1973, and the New International Version is 1973. Synchronicity. And then once you see the verse, you start to remember it. So you know that every time your eyes go to 8:33, you're probably going to go to 8:33 Proverbs. 8:33 Proverbs, God says, "You created me before anything." It says, listen. Actually, it says, listen to my instruction. For all you duality people, you can reverse that. The time, you just do 338. 338. You can do Psalms. You can do Isaiah. Just hit NIV, and it will pull the artificial intelligence algorithm will pick you a verse. Now, you can call that a gift from the Spirit, because algorithms are artificial intelligence. So if there's a Bible numbers time code, and the code is you need to put in the time, you need to do it, not listen to other people, not read other people's stuff. You need to do it. That's personal relationship with the Holy Spirit through Jesus Christ. And that's only given through Jesus Christ. Meaning that the Holy Spirit is part of Jesus Christ and is a gift. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. See, Jesus came to this earth as he needed to absorb all the sins, and he couldn't commit any sins himself. He wasn't soft. He was intelligent. Intelligent people distance themselves. They say what they need to say in certain ways. They speak in parables. They speak in code. Smart people figure it out. 10:37 Hebrews on the clock right now. 13:7 John. 7:31 John. 1:37 John. 2 people followed. I lived, devil I. 2 people followed. Mirror image. This, your hand. This is also your hand. It's a mirror image, superimposed. That's called an enantiomer science in the pharmaceutical world. In the mental health world, Celexa is an enantiomer of Lexapro. So Celexa is this, Lexapro is this. Celexa, Lexapro, the same but different. Same but different. See, science knows how to isolate certain things for side effects, because that's how they manage the side effects. Side effects is the unwanted effects of a pharmaceutical medicine. Say you have depression and you take a pharmaceutical pill and you gain 40 pounds. That's cause and effect. Cause, you have depression. The effect, you went to someone else to solve it. They gave you a pill, artificial intelligence, prescriptions. Why else would you take it? Artificially going to make you feel better. Artificially going to make you gain weight. Are you going to be okay with gaining weight when you're depressed? Because that right there is going to ruin your self-image. You're going to lose your self-confidence. You're going to lose your self-esteem. Where's the mental awareness in that? Where's the mirror psychology? Psychology study the brain. Mirrors reflect light. 12:37 Matthew on the clock. You are judged for your words. You're acquitted for your words. Whatever you say, the Spirit hears. If your actions don't match your words, final destination stuff happens. You could only trick the spirit for so long. You can trick the body to making a response. The whole RNA vaccine tricking the body to make a response. Deception is not supposed to be in medicine. So you're deceiving your own body to make a response. They call that science. I call that Satanism. I call that secularism. No, Ryan, no. The government's not secular. They're just non-believers. They're neutral. Okay. Do neutral people pay scientists to create bioweapons? Do secular people give money to the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill? And in direct coordination with Wuhan, scientists in the Wuhan, that they were talking back and forth and sharing things, and all of a sudden COVID happens, and guess who got blamed? Not North Carolina. Not DARPA, who gave the financial grant. Not the President of the United States, who made Operation Warp Speed. (14:12) Isaiah, just on the clock. Google that. All you scientists, Google 14:12 Isaiah. And then I want you to think of the electric cars. Tesla, Musk, Cybertrucks, suck. I'm going to Applebee's for lunch. I'll go to Applebee's with you. Had a disagreement with my significant other this morning. She's a non-believer. So you can imagine how difficult that is for me. So we don't discuss anything that I post or do. And she has opinions about whatever is important to her. See, the people that are educated they feel that if they don't need anything, they feel they don't need Jesus. They can do it themselves. Just be a good person, they say. Be a good person. Yep. Surrounded by disrespectful teenagers. Not even mine. And I can't say anything because as soon as I say something, it becomes real. And I become the bad guy, even though that they can say stuff. Disrespect. Say whatever the fuck they want. Because they know there's no repercussions. They know there's no hand of God that's going to slap the bejesus out of them. So one thing I learned about the difference between male and female teenagers. Teenager females run their mouth, try to act all tough and all masculine. The teenage boys, though, they know. There's a sense of respect there with their elders. There's a sense of, if I say the wrong thing, this person's going to knock me the fuck out. The woodshed revivals, as we call it. You know, how do you discipline children that are blatantly disrespectful to your face and blatantly say things to your face that if it was another man that said that to you, you'd step outside and solve it. I'm not for physical violence, but there's a point that words don't solve anything. There's a point where violence takes over, and I'm completely comfortable in that world. When you grow up with kids who went on to be in the Ultimate Fighting and professional boxers that ran in your circle, that's Maine. That's Maine life. Ask Dana White, ask Marcus Davis, ask Tim Sylvia. Ask Marcus Davis. Education today, I don't know what's wrong with it. The system is wrong. Here, I have two 19-year-old kids. One, not mine. They're homeless. They're living in the car. One just graduated high school. Parents moved out of state. The other one from New York, wherever it is up here, I don't know. And they have no one. So we let them live above our garage, room that's finished, but there's no bathroom, no kitchen, so they come in and shower and do stuff here, and we have to parent them because they're lost. Yet they both graduate from high school. So how is it you both can graduate from high school and have no idea about finance, have no idea about business, have no idea about rent, have no idea about life? What the fuck is wrong? And then my mother tells me that she goes to the Rock Church in Bangor, and she was friends with a doctor in town, two oral surgeon and another dentist, the Fisters. And she told me that 5 kids from Catholic school in Bangor, Maine, over the last 5 years have committed suicide. 5. Catholic school. What the fuck is wrong with education? What are you teaching these kids? What are you teaching these kids that these kids don't look in the mirror and say, I love you, to the person they see back? Where did psychology go? Where did human behavior go? Where did the self-confidence, self-esteem, teaching these kids trade, teaching these kids to be passionate about something? Where's that? My daughter's an educator. She works at Hope Elementary. Her boyfriend's a mathematics, graduated with a mathematics degree. He's a lobsterman and a carpenter. My son graduated with I don't think he graduated. 3 years. 3 years psychology major. 3 years psychology major told me that he didn't want a relationship with me. My only son told me that he did not want a relationship with me, that I was a bad dad and wasn't there, and I was working all the time, and when him and his mom split up, and he chose her and called me Ryan and told me to have a good life and never talked to him again. About 6 years ago. 6 years ago. Bought him Christmas gifts first couple years, thinking that boys will be boys. His mother never said anything. He went and visited my family, who stuck up for him. I don't know what family means. No idea. My daughter sends me on my birthday, she sent me happy birthday message. There's no effort. There's no nothing. Her boyfriend will say, hey, we'll have to help you go down to the island, see the fireworks, go out in the boat. They've lived down there 4 years. They've been invited once. I don't get it. I don't understand effort. I just don't get it. So I live with a widow. Her husband died. He was military. Navy. My grandfather was Navy. My dad was Army. I couldn't go in the military because I broke my ankle in high school and had plate and screws, and that was it. I'm curious on how this all. I know how this ends. For you psychic people out there who understand intuition, who understand that feeling, the knowing of trusting spirit, you know what I'm talking about. For you people that don't understand what spirit is and are exclusively tied to tarot cards and can't do the channeling without the tarot cards, you people continue to do what you're doing because everyone learns on their own pace, but I just need to stress, be careful. We're at 23 minutes right now. Be careful with the tarot cards because you're opening yourself up to human spirits that used to be human that did not believe in Jesus Christ and have been eternally separated from God. This is who you're communicating with. They can trick you. They can tell you that they're family. They can tell you whatever they want because lying, cheating, stealing is what they did. They're politicians. Maybe this is hell. You come back to be a politician as a punishment. That would make sense, wouldn't it, with the Epstein files? Epstein files. There's no files. How can the judicial system, with a straight face, and the FBI, the most prestigious law enforcement in the country, who bragged about having the Epstein files for 3 months, and now all of a sudden say, oh, we opened the file and there was nothing in it? Attorney General never practiced law? How the fuck did that happen? You got a governor in Maine writing transgender laws who's secular state, doesn't believe the least religious state in the country, and this person's allowed to write transgender laws and then defend them throughout the country? What the fuck? This is reality, people. 2436 Matthew. TikTok. Yeah, you could watch this and say that he's stoned. I am. I got charges. 90 to 99% THC pure. This is what I breathe this more than air. I go through one of these distillate vape cartridges one every 2 days. I have CRPS, the most painful fucking disease known to man with no cure, no pharmaceuticals, so fuck off. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. I'm doing it my way. You don't like it, and I'm not asking you. I'm not asking for help. I don't go to the hospital. I don't go to the doctors. I don't. I get my medical marijuana card through my nurse practitioner online. Never even met the fucking guy. That right there is healthcare. Do a video call with someone in the office. They ask you, there's no qualifying condition in Maine. Why do you want it? I have a 2-level fusion. They're like, oh shit, they don't have any people with 2-level fusion on medical marijuana. Well, you should. That's what I'm saying. I'm the fucking case study. I'm the one that has a 2-level lumbar fusion. I'm the one that has a spinal cord stimulator. I'm the one that's had 11 fucking surgeries. I'm the one that had my elbow reconstructed, my tricep reattached. I'm the one that had fucking plates in my ankle and screws. I'm the one that had a MRSA infection that was in the hospital for 14 fucking days. I asked the doctor when I can leave, and he goes, when I know that you won't die. I'm that guy. And here I fucking still am. I don't know how more to explain it, that the cannabinoid system is a real biological system that has been accepted by science. Period. So all you observers in science, look at my fucking files. Look at my medical records. For Christ's sakes, do your fucking job. You know, I don't know what you people do without pharmaceuticals. You are the most hypocritical, narcissistic people. You sit there in a room and you're like, so tell me about what's going on with you. And then your response is, oh, well, I can put you on this drug. I can put you on this drug. Oh, what's your insurance? Maybe your insurance won't cover this. That is the medicine, serpent symbol. What does the serpent do? The serpent's a deceiver. Deceiver, ancient Bible story, Genesis. Genesis, the ancient serpent deceived Eve. Sorry, females. God created man in his own image, male and female. Unfortunately, Eve was deceived. It is what it is. It's not what it's not. Look in the fucking mirror and spell lived. You either accept it or you don't. Bottom line. The end. It came over. 1 Corinthians 9:24 through 9:27. I use my body, so I won't be disqualified for the game. I have fucking CRPS, the most painful disease in the world, diagnosed over a decade ago. I take no pharmaceuticals. I only take cannabis. 6'6", 222 pounds, covered in tattoos and starting to get toned. Look at me now, bitch. Look at me now. I don't like how medicine deceives people. I don't like the RNA. I'm vaccinated with the technology because I selfishly want to go on a cruise, and honestly, my kids are vaccinated, and I wasn't going to let my kids go through that without me going through that since I'm here. So you gave it your best shot, you failed science. You know, my daughter's had COVID 6 times and just got diagnosed with POTS. She's 25 years old. That's on you. I'm talking to science people. That's on you. Operation Warp Speed. That's on you. Think of all the lives that one person, by doing this Operation Warp Speed, that one person. It's on you. Israel. Israel doesn't believe in Jesus. That's on you people. The Messianic Jews, they believe in Jesus. They believe in the New Testament. These are the chosen people. Nothing to do with the country of Israel. The country of Israel is owned by America. America has given them $500 billion since 1947 and built their entire army and their entire military. But believe me, Google it. Joe Biden in 2016 signed a $500 million expenditure that goes to Israel until 2028, where they receive $3.8 billion for 10 million people per year. Do the math on that. $3.8 billion for 10 million people. And then, out of that $3.8 million, Israel uses probably $2 billion of it to buy military weapons to build their Iron Dome for 10 million people, to build their laser weapons that they used on Iran and blame America. That's why we see no documentation or no like cameras of the bombs hitting the targets, because it didn't happen. They lost the technology, like they lost the technology going to NASA. Remember that? I'm here to tell you, your time is up. Your pyramid scheme of lies, pyramid scheme of dishonest people, blackmailing people, making you do horrible things to keep them in line, and then promoting them, is over. The three branches of the government are fine: the executive branch, the legislative branch, judicial branch. The people suck. 330 million people in America. How many government employees? And why do these government employees all millionaires and billionaires? What is the definition of political corruption? Why does the President of the United States have a $400,000 salary, yet is worth $7 billion according to him? When did it be okay to use the President of the United States to create your own cryptocurrency? To fuck up the currency of the world by cryptocurrency is not backed by anything except for egocentric, narcissist, self-absorbed assholes with too much money. Take away the money, you take away their voice. What happens if Bill Gates wakes up tomorrow and has no money? No one listens to him. What happens if Donald Trump wakes up tomorrow and has no money? No one listens to him. What happens if Pope Leo wakes up tomorrow and the Vatican doesn't exist? What is paganism? What is Matthew 23:9? Call no one on this earth your spiritual father. It's a big no-no. That's a personal relationship with the devil right there. Why do you think they wear all those robes like little girls? Why do you think they have a problem with little boys? See, religion is narcissistic. Religion is rules made up by men. Usually it's old white men who say that women can't preach, women can't do this, women can't do that, yet they do stuff, unspeakable things to people. What is the definition of evil? Why is evil reversed live? I didn't even smoke weed this morning. This is just me talking on my vape cartridge. I didn't take any THC liquid, nothing. Felt awful, cleaned my room. I pulled some muscles working out, so I've been sore. And now I'm just resting, and I don't know what to fucking do with myself because I'm resting, and I want to be active. I want to do stuff. The 19-year-old that's living here is mowing the lawn, so I'm thankful for that he's got a healthy body, so he's out offered to mow the lawn. Otherwise, I'd do it. So that's nice. So, when God, the way that I look at things, when God removes people from your life, people say a door closes, a window opens. So here, my two children don't really associate with me as much as I would like, but I have a boy and a girl here, 19 years old, that are willing to help out and willing to just looking for a place to live. So, they both have their medical marijuana cards. They have, self issues, mental issues that they know, but they're trying. So I will help people that try. I will help people that, go out of their way to say happy birthday to you. I mean, they both said happy birthday to me. My own son didn't. Well, he's weed whacking though. I need to charge this. So I like talking, and I'm probably going to continue doing this, but I don't do tarot cards. I'm not making this to fucking see how much I can inhale. I have people, the only people that comment, I have one woman that comments, thank you for your healing energy. I do appreciate you, I know I'm trying to show you some things, and trust the process. Just go ask inside, go with the healing, go with the Reiki, whatever you want. I'm dyslexic, so I have trouble pronunciating certain things, and I see things both sides, light and dark. She's the only person that comments and says, like, have a good day, or I thank you for that. That means a lot to me because no one does. We all need that one person just to be like, hey, have a good day. I appreciate you. Just little things. It does make a difference. The only other comments I get are derogatory people saying, what'd you just get out of jail with all your tattoos? I mean, how ignorant. It just shows you the intelligence level of this country. People are ignorant and judge based on first perception. I've never even been in trouble with a lot in my life. I'm covered in tattoos, but I got a pain disease, so it's my only way to disassociate my pain from my body by temporarily getting a tattoo for a couple hours somewhere else. Even though I put myself into a flare because I did my chest, and that hurts. So I crossed over. I have 2 sleeves, and I crossed over my sleeves on my chest. And you can see here, and I got 2 gypsies on my chest. Big wizard on my back. Crescent moon with a woman's face in my back. 6 tattoos, or 7 tattoos on my legs. I just got my 7th. I got the Hamburglar on my back of my leg. Got a wizard. I've got a wizard, a witch being burned at the stake, French bulldog on my upper above my knee, my golden doodle above my left knee, an alien smoking weed, a Bigfoot smoking weed, and the Hamburglar. I got 30 tattoos. Well, I have 30 piece tattoos, and then the sleeves and the dots and stars. So if you count those individual, it's probably like 300 individual different ones. All my tattoos, I had 5 tattoos. Yeah, I've got 25 tattoos in the last, let's see. My dog, I had to put my dog down on Halloween of 3 years ago. So afterwards, I got my first tattoo. I went in and got my tattoos. I got my hands done. And I got this one done. And then I got this one done. And then I got my wrists and my inside. And I just started doing them one at a time. Once a month, I make an appointment with Corey. He's the same age as my son, so it was like a surrogate. My son doesn't talk to me in here. This 27-year-old guy owns his own tattoo place, and I get to go in and hang out with him and his wife. His wife's my daughter's age, so once a month I get to go in, get inked, and I've been going now for, he just said, his wife says, every time I come in, she's like, when are you coming back? I have another one on the 21st, and I go once a month, and she's like, you've been here like once a month since we've been here for 3 years. And I'm like, yep. So all my tattoos came from 49, 50, 51, 52. Yeah, they're all new. It's my healing journey, because I look back at pictures on Meta and saw that, some of my pictures, and I'm like, I'm skinny. I was 170 pounds. I went from 270. My heaviest, I was 270 pounds when I was on 9 pharmaceuticals per day. I was 270 pounds on blood pressure, cholesterol, depression, major depressive disorder, anxiety, muscle relaxers, oxy, fentanyl patch. Went from Dilaudid to oxy. Went from oxy to Dilaudid to fentanyl patch to nothing. Once I hit the fentanyl patch, I had an incident and don't go out in the sunshine too much. It's hot and hit too much, and next thing I know, I'm sitting in front of an air conditioner smelling colors. And so I stopped everything, and I detoxed for 3 days. It was rough, but still alive. Felt like the flu. And then I just went to marijuana. And I started with flower, your body takes some use to getting used to the effects of the mental effects of flower. So don't think you're gonna, smoke a whole pre-roll, the first time, because you're not. If you do, good luck. You got some. You're more advanced when it comes to handling. It's the psychological effects of the cannabis that people struggle with. There's indica, and that's for more the body, and then there's sativa, that's more the mind. Most people can't handle the mind because number one cause of disability in the world is mental health awareness. Is what it is, according to the World Health Organization. Is what it is. So, is what it is. Okay, it's 40 minutes. 40 minutes. I'm going to post this. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to Applebee's. Have a couple Bud Lights. Oh, this says Dutton 2024 on the back. It says, let's take him to the train station, Rip. Take him to the train station.